play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
Welcome back to the Chris Cross Corner Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Ketty, and we have our great sports mind. We have Christopher Bird in the house. How's it going, Chris?
All I gotta say, Eagle Nation, let's fly. Eastern won today. The Lions won 2 straight games. I don't know if the Pistons won. I don't know if the Pistons played today. Oh wait, we didn't play today, so that's a win anyways. But you know what? It's all good.
It's a win?
No, it's probably a
loss. No, it's a win. We won.
Yeah, we won.
So I was at the Toronto game on Monday, and the people in front of us were like, "Oh, Kate Cunningham's not going to play today." Oh man, like I mean, if we're bad, then you know we had one of our best scorers out, and I looked over, I was like, we weren't good with him anyway. We lost to Toronto's bench, bro. VanVleet didn't play. Siakam didn't play. We lost to Otto Porter. Shaqtin' a full MVP himself. Otto Porter.
No, that's Shaq. No, that's Shaqtin' the full Hall of Famer. That's Shaqtin' the full Hall of Fame. He ain't a Hall of Fame, man.
Shaqtin' the full Hall of Famer. You're right. But we lost to that guy. So I don't know what's going on. Even the Red Wings are the beacon of hope of the city of Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lions are
the Lions.
The Lions. You're right, Chris. And
Pistons
are the Pistons.
I want to be the first person to extend my huge congratulations to Michigan's own Aiden Hutchinson, who has proven to be worth the hype when we selected him number 2 overall. I mean, when you have a grown man who is hitting other grown men with a sling blade in real life on a football field at the 1 yard line, you get my respect from me. Now, defense, we still got to clean it up because I don't know what the hell they were doing with that broken coverage, letting Cole Kmet be so wide open. He could read a book with how wide open he was. I was like, get over there, and all this stuff, right? It was just bad. But like, we made Justin Fields look like he was like a prime Mike Vick. It took 3 people to get him down. We couldn't outrun him, but you know what? We got the dub. It's Victory Monday until we have our day coming against the Giants, and then the Bills, and then it's back to reality. But for 2 weeks, it was good while it lasted. For 2 weeks.
Good. Well, we're gonna come back to sports in a second. We're gonna talk about some things that are going around the country. So a Florida school board member wants to bring back corporal punishment, and this is his quote. This is the quote that he said. He said, "Disabled students' behavior is out of control." So you want to beat disabled students? Florida is the most craziest place I've ever seen in my life.
You know, it's crazy, Chris. Florida right now is making Alabama and Georgia look like states that you would rather move to than Florida, and that is saying something. Because y'all, I don't know if the water's different in Florida. I don't know if the beignets are different in Florida, but y'all own something over there. Y'all own something.
You know who's really on something? A town in Kentucky. All right. So imagine you are voting. You go to the polls and vote for your mayor, right?
Yep.
Imagine the deciding factor of when the mayor's seat is decided by a coin toss. Yes, a town in Kentucky chooses its mayor with a coin toss after the election ended in a tie.
So you just go to a runoff. That that's how government works. That's social
It was
studies.
they're like, you got 15 votes. You got 15 votes. All right, here's heads, here's tails. If you get heads, you choose the ball and you choose the side. And I like the NFL overtime rules now than last year and previous years
Oh,
because whoever won the coin toss had that's the game. If you score a touchdown,
but
which most of the time they scored a touchdown.
now going back to sports, as I stated many times before, I personally was at the Lions and Steelers game last season.
Oh God,
I was 5 hours out from the 30. The game started at 1:00 and didn't get over till 5:00 in the afternoon. Nobody wanted to win. Nobody acted like they wanted to win, and the game ended in the tie.
It's all right, Chris. It's all right.
No, it's not, man. Because literally, that was literally Ben's last season. He caught COVID the day before the game even started. That was the last time it was named from Acrisure Stadium, and it was still known as Heinz Field or whatnot. It was
a good game. It was a good game.
I'm done.
It's a great game.
Speaking
Speaking of a great time, go to Crisscross Corner on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. If you're watching here on YouTube, or on the Facebook group, hi everybody from the Facebook group, or you're watching on Twitch, hi Twitch, and Twitter, people on Twitter / Periscope. Fuck you, Elon Musk. Now,
well then,
moving on to other news. We have the best part of my week. Chris knows it's the best part of my week. Every Saturday, college teams go out to the gridiron to show who's the best football team of all time in that weekend. Some teams dominate. But we're going to talk about the teams on the other side of the domination. We're going to talk about the teams that suck.
We're going to talk about the teams that don't dominate, but they get dominated.
They get dominated. Now, we're going to talk about Shutout Saturday. Now, what Shutout Saturday is my showcase of all the teams who got blown out,
all of them,
wiped out, spit on, demolished, eradicated, just plain lose and suck.
Eviscerated.
That's a good one. Eviscerated. All right. Now, this is where sucky teams are showcased for my end, as well as other people in my Facebook group. Last week, Indiana State got demolished by I forget. I think it was like North Dakota or something like that last week.
I don't know. Let's just say San Bernardino. Let's just say that. I don't know.
No, I think it was North Dakota State or something like that. They blew out Indiana State. Or I think it was Western Illinois, something like that. Some nobody school.
They got blown out.
They got blown out. So I put them on Shutout Saturday 2 weeks ago. Their student union DM'd me on Instagram. By the way, go to Crisscross Corner on Instagram to DM me. So they came at me and said, "Yo, we talked to the coaching staff. We talked to some players on the football team who live in the dorms. We're gonna win this week. Bet on." And this week, no lie, they beat. Okay, so what's the Western Illinois? They beat Western Illinois 21-0.
Now, I'm before you go, I'm gonna say this right now. Indiana State, if y'all lost again in a shutout after y'all saying, we're gonna go on and win. I think we may have had to dedicate an entire segment. Forget one part, but that's a whole segment.
I should have put the DM, the messages on the side so people could see.
No.
For the proof.
That's
I was so happy.
I
was so happy when they won.
I was too. We haven't fun. Now let's do it again next week.
Yeah, we'll see. I got Indiana State as one of my favorites now, so I'm looking to see if they won the game.
Exactly. Make some money on DraftKings.
Right. So if your team is named on here, which I'm gonna name the team and I'm gonna name the university and the score. So if you're embarrassed, who cares? Now, Lincoln University in California. Didn't know there was a Lincoln University in California. They lost 55-0. Wow, you suck. The Citadel, which I don't even know where the Citadel is. 66-0 over Virginia Lynchburg. Messed up. Indiana State, I said earlier, over Western Illinois, 21-0. St. Thomas over Stetson, 23-0. Penn State over Maryland, which I don't know why they're in the Big Ten, 30-0.
Just put them in the ACC. Just do that.
No, put them in as an independent. Ohio State.
Hey, put them in FBS at this point. FBS.
No, the FCS. At this point, put them in the HBCU league. See how to do there.
They'll still lose.
Exactly. Ohio State, number 2, Ohio State versus Indiana, 56-14.
It was over. It was over after the first quarter.
I don't know why that was on Big Noon Saturday. The only blowouts that should be on Big Noon Saturday are Michigan Wolverine blowouts. That's it. That's it.
No.
Ohio State, no one cares. Pittsburgh, 37 over Virginia, 7 points. James Madison, 37-3 over Old Dominion.
So
Tennessee over Missouri, 66-24.
Oh.
Western Kentucky over Rice, which is in Houston, 45-10.
Wait, what?
Western Kentucky beat Rice 45-10.
Dang.
New Mexico State 51 over Lamar 14.
My God.
Minnesota over Northwestern 31-3.
Well, everybody beats Northwestern.
Yeah, I could be Northwestern. UTS University of Texas San Antonio over Louisiana Tech 51-7.
Oh my gosh.
Air Force over New Mexico 35-3.
Bruh.
Florida over South Carolina 38-6. Number 1 Georgia over Mississippi State, which was a primetime game, which was I don't know why. 45-19.
You could have put on Matlock on like primetime or something like that.
You could put that on Nickelodeon as a replay.
No,
as a dark match.
No, put that on Nicktoons.
No, Boomerang. Put it on Boomerang.
Oh, even better.
Anyway,
put on Noggin.
Not Noggin. All right. Kansas number 19, Kansas State versus Baylor, 31-3.
Dang.
Oregon State over California, 38-10.
Okay.
Oh, Syracuse. I forgot Syracuse. I didn't even know Syracuse had a football team. Florida State over Syracuse, 38-3. Florida Atlantic beat Florida International 52-7. Let me see that one. USC over Colorado 55-17. Montana over Eastern Washington 63-7.
Montana.
They have a 7-3 record.
I did that the first time. Yo, I'm gonna say this, Chris. Out of all the time we've done this show, I didn't do the first time we've ever talked about Montana.
You're right.
And I don't Montana.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
All right, now we're going into the HBCUs. We have Prairie View A&M over Arkansas, University of Arkansas, Pine Bluff, 55-24. Golly. And again, and we know we don't go to the football games for the football in those games. We go for the halftime shows.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of halftime shows, Texas Southern over Grambling State, 41-7.
What?
Montana State over Cal Poly, 72-28.
What? Did you say 72?
72-28.
Oh my God.
And then finally, let me see the last one. We have, good Lord. Good God. We have, hold on. Let me get Boise State over Nevada, 41-3. This is not a lie. This is what happened last weekend in football. Hold on. We got Sacramento State over Portland State, 45-17.
Now that one I did see.
I didn't know Portland State was a school.
I ain't gonna lie. I knew they had like a basketball program. I did not know that they had a football program. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They're like, yeah, man, get 52 guys out there and play some football.
You ain't lying.
Sure. It's like we need you. They were just picking people out. Let's play some football. Oh yeah, speaking of football mishaps, what happened with Bishop Sycamore?
Well, come to find out, they have transmogrified themselves from Bishop Sycamore to West Toronto Prep against IMG Academy. And guess what? Just like the Bon Jovi song, the more things change, the more they say the same. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a no exaggeration. It was 96-0 at halftime. They called the game off. As guys, it was 56-0 after the first quarter.
Wait, hold on. Wait. So you said more things changed, more things stay the same. What happened, Chris?
So
were they on My Network TV? Were they on the CW network After Dark?
Nah.
Were they on CBS Sports?
It was on ESPN. Everybody could watch it. Everybody.
This is messed up. What was it? West Toronto Prep? Where are they from? Are they from Toronto? Are they from Toronto? From Ohio? From Texas?
It was from West Toronto Prep. Yeah, West Toronto Prep. It was from Ontario. It was 96-0. They called the game off at halftime. And you know what? I think I just thought about it.
Who's getting them these deals?
Hey,
how are they getting this ESPN deal?
I'm gonna say, okay, I'm looking at their last 5 games. They had their own segment of Shutout Saturday. In IMG Academy's last 5 games against Amistad, their school in New Haven, Connecticut, they won that game 75-0. October 7th, against a varsity opponent, non-district, they went 45-0. Against ACA, which is in Clearwater, American Collegiate Academy Rough Riders from Clearwater, Florida, they won that game 55-0. Against Middletown, a non-district school, they won that 58-0. And West Toronto Prep, they won 96-0. They have shut out their last 5 opponents in the last 5 games.
What this is like AAU football?
I guess it is AAU.
They're blowing out teams. It's 96-0. That's not even fair.
It's not even.
Ontario, it's Ontario, Iowa. Okay.
Ontario, Iowa. Oh, my bad. Ontario, Iowa. But still.
God damn. Like, that's not even. Oh, they're from Florida. Bradenton, Florida.
Like, look at this.
How'd they get on ESPN?
They were on ESPN. And
who's their Booster Club president? That's who I want to know.
And here's what happened. The crowd was chanting, Bishop Sycamore. And I'm like, man, that's bad. It's one thing to lose by like an extra point or a bad call, but to lose like that, how do you if you're the coach, how do you even go to the press conference? How do you go to the post-game press conference?
How do you walk off the field with your head held high?
Nah, you don't walk with your head held high, man. Nah, you don't.
Like, Jay.
That is bad.
It's really bad.
Wait, 79.
It needs to stop. So if you want your team to be on Shutout Saturday this weekend, just lose. Just don't even show up. And mentally, physically, just get scored on. Now I have a question for Christopher Byrne.
Real quick.
I have a question for Christopher Byrne. Real
quick before you say that. In the last 5 games, IMG Academy has outscored their last 5 opponents 333-0 in their last 5 games.
Damn, that's on easy mode. Long pass offense.
That no, you just bombed. That is all Madden on rookie mode, all verticals. You bombing that thing downfield on every play. You always pass it the circle because the circle's always open. That's a pro tip, by the way. And
Mhm.
just you're just going at it. They put in the third strings and they'll still kill folks.
Right.
That's just bad.
So I have a question for Christopher Bird. So this weekend against the Chicago Bears,
Oh,
I was watching the game until like the middle of the third quarter, and that's when I started cleaning my kitchen because
Mhm.
whenever you start cleaning your kitchen during a football game, you know your team's about to lose. So I hear cheering, so much cheering. So I come back in. We damn near tied the game after a pick, and some bad throwing. And then Chicago scored again, and then they missed a field goal. So my question is, did Detroit win the game, or did Chicago lose the game?
I'm gonna say 51% we won the game, 49% Chicago lost the game. I'm gonna say that.
Okay.
I'll say Chicago lost on the 49% because I'm gonna just say Justin Fields was doing everything he could in his human ability to keep them in the game. He's throwing touchdowns, he's running touchdowns, he's breaking tackles, he's doing this. He's like, forget all y'all. I'm gonna do this myself if I have to. The play calling was not there. The defense broke apart. Amon-Ra St. Brown was literally cooking the defense all game, but we didn't give it to him enough in the second half. But
Mhm.
I would say from a defensive perspective, even though we did have some broken plays, we actually did good. We did decent. Now
Good.
for the Bears,
Oh Lord.
it's growing pains, and I ain't gonna say too much negative about Bears fans because they are some of the most diehard fans, and I respect them for that. But I'm gonna say it right now, y'all got a whole bunch of cap space and a whole bunch of draft picks. You need to give Justin Fields some help. You need to protect this man. Protect this man. Give him some weapons. Give him some room to work with. Give him some more people on the defense. Please, because you got your guy. You have your next franchise quarterback. You have him. You have him. Protect him. Learn from the Colts. Learn what the Colts did not do with Andrew Luck when they said, you know what, we ain't gonna protect him. Learn from that.
Right.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay. Well, with the holidays coming up, we have Thanksgiving coming up next week, which we're going to be doing a tier list of Thanksgiving foods, which we will have all of the great debaters on. So please be on the show. We're going to be live Monday at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Eastern. So please come up and show up, pull up to the party. We're going to be talking about Thanksgiving foods and which foods are better than what. All right.
And by the way, we're gonna really find out about some people with their choices of food for Thanksgiving. We're gonna find out about some people.
If I see one mashed potato,
If I'm gonna say this right now, and I've said this for years, and Chris Canty, you know how I am. If I walk into any house, I don't care where it is. If I see a can of them Glory canned collard greens, I'm walking right out. We walking out.
you're like, and just leave.
I'm walking out.
You're like, hey, everybody,
Nope. I'm walking out.
and just walk.
They can have honey baked ham there. They can have chicken from Boston Market there. If I see them Glory canned greens, I'm out. I'm out.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm out.
If you can't make greens, I mean, that's
Just admit it.
that's your family's fault. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It really is. If you can't make mac and cheese, that's your family's fault. If you can't make juicy turkey,
Mm-hmm.
that's your family's fault.
And I mean, like, you see like the moisture, the juices at the bottom of the pan. I mean, like, you open it, you cut that thing up, and then you see it, like you see
You
the
can see it like glistening.
glistening. Yes, like glistening, man. Like,
Oh,
and if you can't do it right, just let somebody else do it who do know how to do it right. It's okay.
or just don't have turkey.
Just have ham. Just have honey baked ham. Just do that. I was at Meyer earlier today. Everybody's stocking up right now. Everybody. And that's okay. That's okay.
It is. Oh, I gotta get rolls and bread and stuff.
You better get that shit now. You better get
No.
that junk.
I'll get it. I'll probably get it Friday.
Oh, and by the way, if you're going shopping if you're going shopping for any groceries, do not go shopping the day before Thanksgiving. Do not do that. Do not do that to yourself.
Yeah, don't do it to yourself unless circumstances
Right,
make
right.
you do it. But
Now, if you forget like say an extra can of like cranberry sauce, okay, I get that. But like as far as like really shopping, nah. You don't want to do that. If you
Yeah,
can
you don't
avoid
wanna
it,
do
if you can avoid it, do it. But things happen.
things happen, you know what I'm saying? Um and then after Thanksgiving, we have Christmas. All
Yep.
right. So we have a lot of Christmas stuff coming up, a lot of Christmas themed episodes. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. We're gonna be doing the Jackson 5 Christmas versus the Temptations Christmas. We'll see which one's better.
It's not an verse, it's just a good time.
It's gonna be a great time. We're just gonna listen. It's
Wait.
a huge listening party. We're just gonna listen.
In my mind.
In my mind. Wait. Ooh, in my mind.
I saw my Santa Claus.
Yeah. But it's okay. All right. We're also gonna be talking a lot more about stupid criminals in Detroit and what they should do instead of being a stupid criminal in Detroit. What should they do, Chris?
Can we have one segment? Criminals, can you give us one segment that we don't have to bring this up? Just one.
Just one segment. But what can criminals in Detroit do, Chris? Instead of being a criminal in Detroit, which army could they join, Chris?
So they can go the Army, the National Guard, Fort Bragg.
Left, right, now sound off. I may never march in the infantry, ride in the cavalry, shoot the artillery. I may never fly on the enemy, but I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir.
They could.
Instead of being a criminal, you could be a member of the Lord's army. You could be a great Samaritan and just live your life and not go to jail.
I can't explain it.
I can't. They played that last night on the show too. I was like, really? Stomp.
Stop.
All right. After Neo, okay. All right. So, all right. He's like, let me love you. Lately, I've been going through some taste. I was like, wait a minute. I was about to get some. Now I'm talking about some stomp. What the hell? Makes me want to dance and stomp. I was like, the fuck? Anyway, that's been another edition of the Chris Cross Corner. Thank you, Christopher Bird, for coming and giving your thoughts about what happened last week in sports. We're going to do another sports update for Detroit in January for the almost midpoint season of the Red Wings Pistons season, and then the end of the Lions season, and then hope for and dream about a good Tiger season. That's been another edition of the Chris Cross Corner podcast. Please stay safe, social distance, and be nice to each other.